Welcome back. My name is Aster. You can feel free to call me Aster. I am reading again. Surprise, surprise. I think this is episode 6, which is actually surprising. To me, it is surprising that I've been doing this for 6 weeks straight. But either way, this week, I had such a hard time choosing what book I wanted to read. Like, I had 3 big series to choose from, 3 very popular series, and ultimately I did decide for this week we will be reading Lightlark by Aster. I'm excited for this. I'm also a little nervous though, because I have heard that all 3 of the books so far, the series is ongoing, but all 3 of the books end in a cliffhanger, and that the next book picks up right off where they start. But once I finish this, I have different books to read. And my money is currently going to Onyx Storm for the next book. So I'm a little nervous about how much of a cliffhanger this is going to be. But I have actually, because I follow Aster on Instagram, I've seen reviews, of people being like, I haven't been this into a book since 4th Wing. I'm like, oh, all right. And so if you were coming back, I did just finish Iron Flame last week in preparation for Onyx Storm. So the comparison kind of made me want to read this. I know the books themselves are nothing alike, but just that it really grabs your attention like that. Book of the week, Lightlark by Aster, and I am so excited for this. This week we are actually starting on a Monday, because for some reason the last 2 weeks I have started on a Thursday. So we're back at it. We're doing it right this week. Yes. As usual, I will read for 5-10 minutes. There'll be a timer up in the top left corner. Top right corner. Sorry. And I'll talk for like 2 to 3 minutes just about opinions, emotions, never any spoilers, except for last week there was a little bit of spoilers, but that's because it was such a big series and the second book in the series. And it wasn't a big spoiler. I think everyone already knew that. But there will be no spoilers for this book, and then towards the end there'll be a bigger 10-minute session, maybe 15, depending on how many times I remember to record myself reading. And then I will give my overall opinions of how I thought the book went, the pacing, the drama, the plot twists, the cliffhanger that I know is gonna be in here. Again, with no spoilers. But yeah. Let's get started. Okay, I just started it off today. Just read a chapter just to get started. I like it so far. Obviously I can't tell anything of the story, so I can't say anything on that, but I like the writing style. It's a little different from the other books that I've read so far on like the reading vlog thing, but I don't know how to describe it. I like it. It brings me into the story. It's third person, which is similar to Fourth Wing, but the way it's written, I don't want to say lighter, but that's almost what I think of. It reminds me of more YA books. Something I will say though is I didn't even realize this until I started, but I really don't like this material for book covers, because not this, the black part, because I wonder if you can see it on this end. Kind of can. You, like, it gets fingerprints so easily. So this, I like to keep covers nice and pretty and clean, but my fingers sweat. It's not even sweat, it's just, and now the back looks kind of disgusting because it catches every little bit of grime. But the book so far is great, yeah. Okay, so I'm not far in. I'm on chapter 3, but so far there's a lot of chance for betrayal already. And something I am curious about, it's marketed as an enemies to lovers, right? And Grimm is the love interest, correct? They just don't seem very enemies. They actually seem to get along quite well. So I'm curious at how they're going to... Because it's got to be pretty soon that one of them has got to do something to completely ruin the kind of truce they have. It also just says a deadly game. I didn't realize until right now that I didn't actually know what the deadly game would be. I'm like, yeah, I was reading the last conversation and I'm like, what are they doing there exactly? Either way, I'm liking it so far. It has my interest peaked. I need to go have supper, but I will be reading more of this tonight. I just thought I'd update my thoughts so far, basically. Yeah, I have lots and lots to go. It's only Tuesday though, so it's okay. So, I'm not too far in yet. I'm like a good chunk in. I'm on chapter 17. I'm liking it so far. It's a pleasant surprise. I thought it was just gonna be like one big game, but it's not. They're split up into little sections. There's a few different trials, and I like that. I'm stopping reading for tonight because this guy is making it very hard to read. I have to hold my book up here because I can't hold it down here. I can't really hold it here, and he won't let me have my light on, so. I don't have much feedback for the actual story yet because there's a lot going on, which I like. It's like, there's never a moment that feels really slow. It's moving very smoothly. The pacing is nice. And I know I'm not halfway through the book yet, but I'm about a third. There's still so many secrets. Obviously, Isla, is it? Okay, I was pronouncing it Isla at first. Like, you know how you spell Isle? I-S-L-E? Isla's name is I-S-L-A, so in my head it's Isla, and I keep accidentally saying that, but she did specifically mention when Grimm came in that he pronounced all the letters with like this sound, so I'm like, okay, so it's Isla. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. I haven't actually searched that up yet. But yeah, oh, on that mark, Grimm is the, like, love interest, right? He is the enemies to lovers? Because they're not really enemies, like, at all. In fact, Oro seems more like an enemy. But they're like, if anything, they're like rivals. They're rivals to lovers, but they actually get along. If they weren't pit against each other because of the Centennial, they'd get along fine, honestly. Okay. That's how far I am in. Holy shit. So, I've taken a few days off from reading. Like, I haven't read this in a few days. I was supposed to finish it last week, and it's Wednesday, and I still haven't finished it. But fuck. So, this book is like, I don't know, it was interesting. I just hadn't, like, I wasn't dying to keep it in my hands, you know? So I was fine with like taking a little break before reading it, but I just got Onyx Storm yesterday, and I really want to read that. And I've been trying very hard this year to, if I pick up a book, I want to finish it. Unless I'm like really uninterested in the story or where it's going or the potential, there it is. Unless I'm really just not interested in the potential of the book or I don't see it. This one was interesting. It was hella interesting, but it just took a bit to really drag me in. But these last few chapters, if you could not tell by my reaction for the last little read through, just killed me. Like, holy. I am on chapter 40, and I think chapter 37 is where it really started getting interesting for me. But oh my god, I've taken a little break. This was so much emotion for these last few chapters. It was so tense. But I will definitely be finishing this. I have the next 2 days off, so damn though. Oh my god. Okay, so I just finished Lightlark earlier today, and there's a few things to talk about. First off, I'm honestly so happy with how it ended. Like, I kind of had theories from the beginning, and like I had said some stuff that I was actually like, she made me second guess my initial thoughts a lot. And so I went into this thinking Grimm was the main male character, and then she ended up spending a lot of time with Oro, and I got really confused and I wasn't sure who I liked. And even at the end, honestly, I'm still not sure who I like. And I think the second book really is her and Grimm. I had seen things being like, you know, people kind of go over and be like, oh, well, how much spice does this book have? Because that's a big thing with books nowadays. And even though this is a young adult novel, it was still, you know, brought in. I think just for some readers, there have been some videos being like, oh, what's the spice level in this? It is technically clean. I had seen that, but I had also seen that there was more spice than would be expected from a YA novel. And I thought they were talking about I thought they were talking about Nightbane or Skyshade. I didn't think they were talking about this book. But there was a scene in here where I was just like, how far is this gonna go? I'm like, is this allowed in a YA novel? And I'm not judging. Like, go and look at like the reading vlogs on my channel. You will see I have no problem with reading spice. I just was not expecting this level of it in here. Okay. And it was chapter 49 in which that happened. The chapter is called Diamond. It's how the chapter ends. So you can start the chapter being like, okay, that's fine. And then, you know, you'd be able to tell when it starts to get heated. And yeah, again, it is still technically clean. It is a young adult novel. But there was one scene in here that I was just surprised at how far it went. It also has been a very long time since I've read YA, and I have not read a lot of the very popular YAs nowadays, so I don't know what to expect with how young adult fiction is now. Honestly, with how it ended, if I didn't read the Nightbane excerpt, I wouldn't be in too big of a rush to get the next book in the series. Like, it did have that like kind of clean cut end. You're like, okay, yeah, this is like, there is potential for more, but this is the end of this story. But yeah, I had also said this, it took me a week and a half to finish this. Usually I try and read books in a week, and it's not that thick of a book. And I don't know what it was, but for some reason I had a hard time getting into this. I honestly can't tell you why, because it wasn't slow paced. Stuff was happening. I guess maybe the desire wasn't very clear to me. I wasn't sure what we were aiming for, what we were going for. Even though it should have been honest. Maybe it's because there was a few things going on at the same time. I was like, what should I be paying attention to here? But once it got to like the halfway mark, that's when I started today reading it at the halfway mark, and I hadn't put it down, so it was good. One scene that I was like, oh my god, how dare he, and then from then on I had the book. Yeah, I was hooked. Either way, I did enjoy it, and I will be getting Nightbane eventually. Maxer, baby. Usually I do these at like 1 a.m. so he's like desperate to go to sleep. It's not even 7 o'clock right now, so he's just being a baby, I promise. Either way, that's it. That's all. I will see you guys next week. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have read this book. What are your opinions? Also, what team are you? Are you Team Grimm or are you Team Oro? Because I'm still undecided and I don't know what to think. I need second opinions on this. But either way, I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.